to the Crane Mansion to get Ethan to admit that he loves me.
Teresa, no, okay? Gwen and her mother are there, and they've already warned you once to stay away from Ethan tonight. And that was when they only suspected you were after him. Come on.
Whitney's right. I hate to think what will happen when they are certain of your intentions. I mean, there is no way that you can win a fight with them. Teresa, the Crane and the Hotchkiss family will use all of their power to make sure that Ethan marries Gwen just as planned.
I don't care, Mama. When it comes to Ethan, I have more power than they do. I have the power of love on my side.
Por favor, Teresita.
Mama, I love Ethan, and I am sure he loves me. I just have to get him to admit it.
I forbid you to go to the Crane Mansion. Whitney, please take her home and stay with her. I must check on Mrs. Crane, and when I come home, I want to find you in bed asleep.
Mama, please.
Teresa, I mean it. Stay away from Ethan.
Well, where do you think you're going?
I'm going to see Ethan.
Did you not hear what your mother just said? She told me to take you home.
Wait, I heard every word, and I know Mama means well. But she just doesn't understand. This is about love. My love for Ethan and his love for me. And I am not afraid of Gwen or her pit bull mother. The only thing I am afraid of is losing Ethan, and I am not about to let that happen.
Oh, so you're all safe. Cheers.
Yes, we're safe, Father. Oh, and thank you for your concern, and for waiting at the dock to make sure we all survived.
I'll have you know I did my civic duty by leaving the scene so as not to impede the police and the harbor patrol in their rescue efforts. Besides, I knew you'd all be fine.
Oh, well, while you were doing your civic duty, Mother suffered a head injury and almost drowned.
Oh, that'd be a real tragedy. You must tell me who to thank for saving you. I'll drop them a card first thing in the morning. Ah, oh, Rebecca, so nice to see you as usual.
Thank you, Julian.
You're not married yet, dear. Until Ethan says I do, you really shouldn't be so lax in your appearance. There's plenty of time for that later.
Gwen, are you all right?
We need to talk about Teresa now.
We will, after you go upstairs and put on some dry clothes. I don't want you catching a cold before our wedding.
Yeah, if there is a wedding.
Gwen, don't talk like that.
No, I mean it, Ethan. I will not be put off any longer. As soon as I change clothes, we're going to resolve this Teresa issue once and for all.
In spite of what you think, I am glad you're all right. I'd hate for something to happen to you. At least until I uncover what secrets you're keeping from me.
Oh, good Lord, we're not getting into this again, are we?
Well, you're hiding something, my little sea serpent, and make no mistake, I will find out what it is.
Well, I'm glad no one was seriously hurt in that storm tonight. I mean, we could have had a real disaster on our hands.
You got that right.
Well, I thank God that you're all right, Sam. When you and Ivy were washed out to sea, I had a sense that something was happening that was taking you away from me.
I'm here, aren't I?
Come on, Grace, let's make some coffee and get warm.
The Cranes closed another big business deal. Like they need more money and power. Sam, you all right?
Ivy told me something tonight. She dropped a bomb on me that she hopes will bring me back to her.
Well, I know that she's been trying to rekindle what you two once had, but what could Ivy say or do that will come between you and Grace?
Ethan is your child. Yours and mine. Ethan is our son.
Sam, this is major, isn't it? What happened with Ivy? What is this bomb that she's dropped on you?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I
through enough tonight without having to listen to your ridiculous accusations. The only thing I'm keeping secret is how much I truly detest you, Julian.
That's hardly a secret.
If you'll excuse me, I think I'll go check on my son and his fiancée, see how they're doing. Thank you for helping to save me tonight, darling. You are a wonderful son, and I love you so much.
I love you too, Mother. I'm glad you're okay.
How are you? How are you and Gwen? Are you okay? You resolved this Teresa business?
Not yet, but I'm hoping we can work it out.
Hoping? You're not sure?
You should get out of these wet clothes, Mother.
Oh.
Gwen, I'm gonna help my mother get to her room, make sure she's okay. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting.
Would you fine ladies care to join me in a brandy?
No, thank you.
I really should be going, but maybe another time?
Oh, I hate to drink alone, but there's no use letting good brandy go to waste, bottoms up.
I can't believe that that man is Ethan's father. You know, it really kills me to think that the children we're going to have are going to share Julian's blood.
You and Ethan won't be having any children unless the situation with Teresa is resolved tonight. Have it out with him, Gwen. Tell him that you will not have him being around Teresa anymore. I'm telling you, the girl is trouble.
Mother, look, don't worry. Ethan wouldn't lie to me. If Teresa really is after him, he'll tell me. And then I will go to her house and I will rip her apart.
Good girl.
What are you doing here so late?
I wanted to make sure your mother was all right.
Oh, I just took her up to her room. She'd love to see you.
You should get out of those damn clothes before you catch your death.
I will, Blair.
Well, what's Pilar doing here?
She came by to see if Mother was all right. You know, it's nice to see that someone cares about her, considering my own father doesn't give a damn.
What did Ivy say that's got you reacting like this?
Look, don't take this personally, TC. I just don't feel like I can talk about it right now. I have to make sure Ivy is being straight with me before I say anything to anyone. If she is, it could have a huge impact on my life, my marriage, my whole family.
Sam, I don't think there's anything that Ivy can say or do that will come between you and Grace.
No, there isn't. Grace is my wife, and I love her with all my heart. But if what Ivy says is true, all of our lives could be changed forever. Wow.
I was so worried about losing Sam tonight. I don't know what I'd do if anything ever happened to him.
You just put it out of your mind, Grace. Everything is all right, and Sam and the girls are fine.
I have a lot to be thankful for.
Oh, we all do.
Then there's Ivy.
What about her?
Well, her life was in danger tonight, too. And Julian just left, as if he didn't even care. And after tonight, I can't imagine what kind of marriage they actually have.
Well, I'm sure that whatever it is, Ivy has accepted Julian for what he is.
No, I could never have that kind of marriage. Sam and I, you and TC, have such close, loving relationships. I mean, we completely trust each other. There isn't anything I would keep from Sam. And I know he'd never keep a secret from me. I just, I gotta feel sorry for Ivy. I wish she had the kind of love in her life like I have with Sam.
Pilar, I am so glad you're here. I have so much to tell you.
First, I want to call downstairs and have the cook prepare you a tea.
No. I want to tell you all about Sam.
I know. He saved your life tonight.
Pilar, he risked his own life to save mine. He wouldn't have done that unless he still had feelings. Now I know everything is going to come out just the way I always dreamed it would. Sam will be mine again, and soon.
I wish you would not get your hopes up. I mean, Sam would have saved anyone whose life was in danger. And as for Grace, leaving his wife, he'll never do it. He loves her.
I know. But now he has reason to love me the way he used to, which is more than he ever loved Grace.
I do not understand.
I told Sam the truth about Ethan. That Ethan is his son.
Oh, dear God, what have you done?
I made certain that Sam will be part of my life. I'm going to have it all, Pilar. Everything I ever dreamed of.
No. You have sealed your own fate, doomed yourself to end up with nothing.
Teresa, please, just stop and think about this before it is too late. Before you get yourself hurt.
Gwen and her mother can threaten me all they want. They wouldn't feel that they had to if they didn't think that Ethan has feelings for me too. They're worried, Whit. That's why they're trying to keep me away from Ethan, but I won't let them. I have come too far to turn back now. I told Ethan I love him, and now it's time for him to choose between Gwen and me.
But what makes you think he's going to choose you, Teresa?
Because he loves me.
When you told him you were in love with him, he didn't say, I love you back.
He didn't have a chance. I mean, not with Gwen around. But after the prom boat sank, he left Gwen to save me.
Okay, it's all right. Thank you. It's me.
Ethan may lie to Gwen about how he really feels. But I know when we're face to face, when he looks me in the eyes, he'll tell me the truth. Ethan will tell me that he loves me.
Oh, what a night, huh? Between the storm and the prom boat sinking and almost losing my mother, I'm totally wiped.
Ethan, I know you've been through a lot tonight. We both have. But I am not leaving here until this situation with Teresa is cleared up.
Well, Gwen, I'd hardly call it a situation.
Well, Ethan, I don't care what you call it. Our wedding, our future, everything's at stake here. Now, I want to know the truth. Is Teresa after you or not?
But Father...
I warned you to stay clear of Eve Russell. As usual, you didn't listen. You hit on her again tonight.
I lost my balance and fell on her. Eve even told TC nothing was happening.
I am not the chump T.C. Russell is. I know what you were doing, and that Eve was covering for you. She knows the kind of volcanic temper her husband has. You're just lucky he only roughed you up a little.
A little? I may have to seek a plastic surgeon to restore my patrician countenance.
The kind of surgery you need could be performed by any veterinarian in Harmony. Your actions tonight were beyond reckless. T.C. Russell has good reason to hate you already. And if he ever got proof that you were responsible for the accident that ended his tennis career, or learned that Eve was your mistress before she was his wife, he'd do a little more than rough you up. He'd kill you with his bare hands.
I hate Ivy for what she's putting you through. Those Cranes don't care about anybody but themselves.
You still steamed over that run-in you had with Julian tonight?
You know, I could have killed that pig just for going near my wife. You have no idea how much I hate Julian and his whole damn family.
Yeah. I know the Cranes. took your family's farm in the 19th century, just like they stole my family's homestead during the Depression. Both of our family's heritage is just a pretty view to them now.
Yeah, just another reason for me to hate the Cranes. Julian in particular.
You think Julian was the one responsible for ending your tennis career?
Sam, I know that he did, okay? I can't prove it. But if I did, he will be in a grave right now, just like my father is. My father would be here today if it wasn't for Julian Crane.
I guess we all got our reasons for hating the Cranes.
Sealed my own fate? Doomed myself to end up with nothing? Please, Ballard, don't be so melodramatic. I have waited years to be with Sam again, and finally it's all going to come true. Soon Sam will be back in my life and back in my bed.
No, he will not.
Sam told me himself that one of the things that binds him to Grace is children. Well, voila! Sam and I have a child together too, Ethan. Ethan is our bond. Sam isn't going to shun me now that he knows we're truly connected. Well, Sam's going to come back to me, and this time he's going to stay. Oh, I have waited years to feel his arms around me. To have him make love to me the way only he can.
Your dream of a future with Sam will be a nightmare instead. By telling Sam the truth about Ethan, you have opened up a Pandora's box which will destroy everyone and everything you hold dear.
Will you look at all these cars, Teresa? This house is full of people. Look, let's just go home before Gwen or her mother or your mother sees you. Look, in the morning, you'll be glad you did. Come on.
Wait, no. I came to see Ethan, and that's what I'm gonna do.
How do you think you're even gonna get near Ethan? Much less see him alone.
I know a place where I can have Ethan all to myself. His bedroom.
Teresa, no. No.
Wait. After Gwen leaves, I'm gonna sneak up the back stairs to his room. Once Ethan and I are alone together, I know he'll tell me he loves me.
I talked to Teresa earlier on the wharf, and now I want to hear what you have to say, Ethan. Is Teresa in love with you or not?
Did she say she was when you spoke to her?
No. Teresa got upset that I'd even accuse her of such a thing and asked me what I thought she had done to make me suspicious.
And what did you tell her?
Well, I told her that finding her in your arms tonight on the boat was just the latest in a long list of incidents.
Gwen, the boat lurched. That's why I was holding Teresa. I mean, besides, you're the one who insisted I take Teresa to her prom in the first place.
That's what she said. And then Teresa listed all the things that I'd asked her to do. Help plan our wedding, help keep you company while I was out of town on business. She claimed that she was only doing what I asked her to do.
Which is true.
Ethan, Teresa had more in mind than that, and that's what's been snagging you. Now, will you tell me the truth? Is Teresa after you? Has she told you that she loves you?
I love you.
Well, Ethan, you're not answering me, and that tells me the answer. She is after you. Teresa told you she loves you. No, that is it. I'm going to that lying little bitch's house and rip her apart.
Tonight's attempted debauchery and subsequent pummeling at the hands of T.C. Russell are just the latest in a long list of your screw-ups and failures, Julian.
For the last time, Father, the boat lurched, I lost my balance, and fell on top of Eve.
Because you were drunk to start with.
It wasn't my fault. Someone put something in my drink.
You have an excuse for everything, Julian, no matter how pathetic or lame it may be.
It's true, I swear. Mere alcohol has never had that effect on me. Why, I even imagined I saw Tabitha Lennox's little doll walking around grousing about the old woman while mixing himself a cocktail, something called Martini.
I thought I told you to stay away from Tabitha Lennox. But again, you didn't listen.
I can't help it if she was a chaperone at the prom.
Yes, Julian, about the prom. What the hell were you doing there in the first place? You were supposed to be introducing Sheridan to eligible men at the Seascape restaurant to distract her from Luis.
I went to that prom boat to get Ivy. You insisted she help with Sheridan, you remember?
What was your wife doing at a high school dance?
Ivy said Grace Bennett asked her to help chaperone.
Does that sound like the Ivy you know and loathe?
Admittedly not. She hasn't been herself lately. Why, I'm not sure.
Yet another example of your stunning ineptitude.
Well, you said you were going to keep an eye on her.
How dare you try and turn any of this back on me?
But, Father,
You're the one who's lost control, Julian. Things have gone to hell because of you and you alone.
Father, you can't be serious.
Perhaps I should come see for myself, huh? Shake things up, set things right.
No, Father, don't. I mean, don't waste your time. I assure you I have everything under control.
You lie as badly as you run things. You're a mess, Julian. A complete and total disgrace to the Crane name.
I'll do better, I promise.
It's too late for promises, Julian. I warned you this could happen, and now it's going to. I've made my decision.
Decision, Father? What decision?
Gwen, Ethan, calm down. You can't just go over to Teresa's house and lay into her.
The hell I can't! That conniving little witch has been after you this entire time, and I'm not gonna let her get away with it.
Gwen, be reasonable.
Don't you tell me to be reasonable. Ethan, have you forgotten that I almost died tonight? I had to take a rowboat out in the middle of a storm, out in the ocean, because I felt I had to protect our relationship.
Right, and who helped save your life? It was Teresa, that's who. She risked her life to save both of us.
Ethan,
look, and
come
hasn't
on.
she always supported our relationship? I mean, wasn't she the one who inspired me to ask you to marry me?
Yes, Ethan,
and when
but
have I
swear.
given you reason to think that I don't love you? I mean, you don't mean the world to me.
You haven't, but
Gwen,
she's...
Look, I just think that this sudden suspicion of Teresa is based on what your mother said to you. I mean, not that she doesn't love you and have your best interests at heart. But, Gwen, we both know that Rebecca and her friends at the country club all get in a tizzy about some young girl or secretary plotting to steal their husbands. We always laughed at how ridiculous they were. And that's... the situation is no different with Teresa.
Yes, it is, Ethan. I see the way she looks at you.
Because she's grateful to me for everything I've done for her. And she's grateful to both of us. And look at all the work she's done in planning our wedding. And the dress she's designed for you, it's gonna make you look more beautiful than you already are. Now, does that sound like the work of a conniving little gold digger?
Sorry. I'm sorry I overreacted the way I did. I feel awful.
Gwen, don't be so hard on yourself.
I can't help it. Guy, can you forgive me for being so stupid and petty?
Gwen, I love you. There's nothing to forgive.
It is a good thing you stopped me from going over there. I hate to think I would have done to her if she'd really been after you.
Well, what'd you do tonight, Whitney? Okay, well, let's see. I almost drowned on my prom boat. Went with my insane friend Teresa to chase after some guy that she's totally obsessed with, hoping upon hope that he'll admit that he's in love with her. And choosing me over Gwen, don't forget. Yeah, whatever.
It has been a long, exhausting night for both of us. We'll get more rest if I just sleep at home tonight.
You're probably right.
Okay. I'll call you in the morning. Ethan, I just want to tell you again how sorry I am for making those ridiculous accusations against Teresa. I know now that I couldn't have been more wrong about her intentions toward you.
Gwen, I'm just glad you calmed down.
Me too. God, it would have been awful if I'd gone over to Teresa's and ripped her to shreds thinking she was in love with you.
Well, here, I'll walk you downstairs. If my father tries to stop you and talk. had way too much to drink tonight. It's more obnoxious than usual.
Oh, well, thanks for offering, but don't bother. I can just take the back stairs.
Oh my gosh, we're done for.
I think the Cranes are poison. Every last one of them. With the exception of Sheridan, maybe.
And Ethan.
Did I just hear you right?
Ethan's nothing like the rest of his family.
Sam, how can you say that? He pretty much blamed you for everything that went wrong tonight, short of the weather.
He was upset. Well, we all were.
Then why did you say that Ethan reminds you of his father lately?
His father?
Yeah, Julian. Ethan's a jerk and his father is.
I just think Ethan was concerned about his mother. I mean, people say things sometimes they don't mean because they're emotional, tense.
Sam, that's a big change of heart, buddy.
Yeah, well...
Well, hey, you can say what you want to say. I still think that Ethan's just a selfish little punk.
You know, TC, I think that's kind of harsh. I mean, I think there's something kind of appealing about him.
Never knew you felt that way.
I didn't either.
Well, I mean, it's not that I've really met him that many times. It's just... he seems familiar to me.
What do you mean, exactly?
Well, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it exactly. He just seems familiar. Like he reminds me of somebody. I just can't think of who.
Well, it's getting late, and Eve and I have to get up.
Thanks for everything.
It's been a long night.
Yeah.
Guys, drive safe.
Well.
Good night.
All right.
See you.
See you.
Bennett residence. Sam, it's your son.
Ethan?
This is it, Teresa. I mean, Gwen won't buy any excuse that you can come up with for being here. She'll know that you came here to see Ethan, and then she's gonna kill you. I left my purse in Ethan's sister's room when I borrowed these clothes. Can't leave without that. So lucky, Teresa.
Fate's on my side. I can feel it.
Look, the only thing I feel are butterflies in my stomach, Teresa. I am out of here before I get thrown out, okay?
Aren't you coming? Are you crazy? Ethan is finally alone. This is my chance to talk to him in private.
Alright, fine. Well, just call me when you need me to bail you out of jail or ID your body at the morgue when Gwen kills you.
Oh, Whitney, nothing bad is going to happen. Gwen is going to go home to see her queen of me mother, and then I'll see Ethan. And when I call you, it'll be to tell you that Ethan and I will be together, and that he loves me, Whit, and not Gwen.
Just what decision have you made, Father?
I've been considering it for some time, but your actions tonight clinched it.
Clinched what exactly?
I've warned you, Julian, given you chance after chance, all to no avail. Well, no more. Effective immediately, I am removing you as my heir.
What? But you...
I'm making Ethan the next head of the Crane family and its empire.
You can't be serious.
You heard me, Julian. You're out. Ethan's in.
I'm your son. It is my birthright to take over the family. You can't take that away from me.
It's done, Julian. A fait accompli. I'm going to skip a generation and appoint Ethan as my successor. He has a level head on his shoulders, a sense of duty, responsibility. And he thinks with his head, not his zipper.
But, Father...
My God, it pains me no end to think that you are my son. If I believed in karma, I'd be certain you were the payback for all the pain and suffering I've inflicted upon people over the years.
I don't deserve this. I've done everything you ever asked me without question. Everything. I've been loyal to you and defended you to the family and outsiders. I deserve my due as your heir and successor.
Failure has its price, Julian, and you are paying it. I've made my decision. and it is final.
You can't skip over me and name Ethan as the next Crane heir. Think of the publicity. I'd be humiliated by my own son.
Did you hear that, Pilar? Alistair is passing over Julian and making Ethan his heir. I told you everything would work out. I am going to have Sam and Ethan, our son, will be the next Crane heir. Ethan is going to have everything I ever wanted for him. And I'm going to use the power of his position to change this entire Crane family. I may even pay Alistair and Julian back for all the years of pain and suffering they caused me.
Once again, you have not thought things through.
What is there to think about? My dream is coming true. I'm going to have everything I ever wanted.
It will never happen.
I said your son was on the phone. It's Noah, not Ethan.
Yeah, you know. Frazzles. Hey, Noah, how's it going? Yeah, you heard about the prom boat sinking. No. We're all right. Yeah. No, listen, I appreciate the offer, but I don't need you to come home. Besides, I don't want you missing your exams. Your education's far too important. Yes, I'm being straight with you. That's right, the annual raft trip. I'm sorry, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it this year. Yeah. Well, listen, thanks for understanding, and I love you too. Your mother and I miss you very much. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, son. Noah sends his love.
I'm just still surprised that you said Ethan when I told you your son was on the phone.
Yeah, I'm just a little tired.
Wait a minute. I know why you said Ethan. I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner.
I love you so much.
I love you so much too, TC.
You know, I don't know what I would have done if anything had happened to you and the girls tonight. Just so grateful that everyone's okay.
I am too. Even though our lives were in danger, I'm so glad we were there as chaperones so that we could help.
Unlike Ivy Crane. She only offered the chaperone so she could be near Sam. You know, he's had to deal with her a lot lately. That woman keeps popping up like a bad penny. It's almost like she's having him followed. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised after tonight.
Why? What happened?
You know, Sam told me that she said something that she's convinced that would bring him back to her. But he wouldn't tell me what it was until he knew it was true or not.
Yeah, Sam told me the same thing too.
Any idea what it's all about?
No.
I have never seen Sam so worried and upset.
Well, I can't imagine anything that Ivy would have to say that could make Sam leave his wife and his children. He's devoted to his family.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Sam's a good man. There's nothing that Ivy could say or do that would come between Sam and his wife and his kids.
I know why you said Ethan's name when I told you your son was on the phone.
You do?
Well, yeah. I mean, we were all just talking about Ethan, and he was still on your mind.
Yeah, he was.
You know, I just realized who Ethan reminds me of.
Who, Julian?
No, he doesn't look anything like Julian. Ethan looks like Noah.
Noah?
Well, yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, really look at it. He's got the Bennett eyes. Ethan and Noah, they could be brothers.
I can't believe my own father would cut me off like this. It's unconscionable. It's outrageous.
Get used to it, Julian. It's the way things will be from now on. I'm finished with you and your failures. You've been nothing but a disappointment to me. A loser consumed by expensive brandy and cheap women. But Ethan is a true Crane. Someone who will do this family proud.
I don't know why you were being so negative. You just heard Alice
pollsters say Ethan will be the next Crane heir.
It is you who does not understand. You who ignored my warnings not to tell Sam that Ethan was his son.
What does that have to do with Ethan taking over the Crane Empire?
My God, it has everything to do with it. Sam Bennett is too honorable of a man to keep what you've told him a secret. He will want to tell Ethan the truth, that he's his father, not Julian. That he's a Bennett, not a Crane. And Alistair, well, he's not going to leave his empire to Sam Bennett's son. You've just given Julian a reprieve. Not only will you not get back at him, but you've given him the power to crush both you and Ethan.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I've ruined everything. I've destroyed Ethan's future. And my own.
Teresa?
I want to give Ethan one more goodnight kiss. I'll make sure he knows how sorry I am for the way I went on about Teresa.
Ethan, you never had a chance to tell me how you feel about me. I love you, Ethan. Do you love me?